It's that kind of day.
Late to the start already.
Welcome back.
Threw you off your game when I showed up.
I couldn't believe it. I get a text that says he's coming. See, now we're gonna on the TV tomorrow or today. Thank you very much for tuning in, folks. On the TV today, it's going to be black for like 30 seconds or something like that, just because I'm stupid.
Well, it was due.
You need to scoot that to you, and we might need to put those in. I don't think we need to quite do that yet. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. It is our weekly Take the Point show, and Brian's back. He's got. I cannot wait. I am looking forward to hearing all the information you collected for me. I know I sent you on a
Roving reporter.
On an assignment for me so I can learn how to get strongest man stuff.
I can help you out now. I made some new friends.
Yeah, that's dead. Let's here, you want to
try that one?
Nah, it's gonna be dead too. You can mess with that, and I'll just do this. I'll do my thing, and you do that thing. Welcome back, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in here on this beautiful. If you can't pop those out, you want me to help you pop those out. There you go.
It ain't my equipment.
See, now this is the second one this week where we've had microphone issues. All of it operator error, and all of it being operator error means it's my fault because I'm an idiot. I'm having an odd week. But thank you so much for tuning in.
First one's nipple down.
Let's tell you a few things going on in and around our area today. There are a few things going on today, some community events to tell you about. It's up and let's see, where is this? This is over in Salem. Today and tomorrow at the Grace United Methodist Church. It is the United Women in Faith rummage sale. They'll go from 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock today, and then they will go from 8 a.m. till noon tomorrow. So, did you turn it back on?
I have no idea.
You didn't.
I hit the button.
Well, did you put the right batteries in?
I have no idea.
Which batteries did you put in?
The ones that were right here.
Oh, well, they're not working.
They may not be in the right
way.
Well,
you might have something messed up.
Why don't we do this at commercial break?
Well, we'll adjust this at commercial break. You're not gonna chat much here in the next few minutes.
Hey, Bruce.
Brian is here. He will stick with me for the most part. That should be working. What? Did you get one in the wrong direction?
Possible.
Like I said, the United Women in Faith rummage sale, Friday from 8 to 4, Saturday from 8 to noon. Tomorrow, Saturday, it's $1 bag day. You just take a bag in there, or they'll give you a bag and give them $1, and then it's all you can fit in the bag because they want to clear stuff out. That's perfect. That's the way you want to do. What else going on Friday? Friday night at the Effingham Performance Center at 7 o'clock. Are they not right?
Here,
Let me see it. Yeah, you had it wrong.
That's where I had it.
You didn't know it that way because it's going now. You got to be smarter than the device.
You know I'm blind, right?
I can tell now.
I don't see colors and I'm blind. Apparently, I don't know which side of battery goes.
Apparently, you have tactile issues too.
It's the studio lighting.
Okay.
I'm back.
At the Effingham Performance Center. Now, you see that? I'm glad you're back because you might be into this. Lee Bryce, Me and My Guitar.
Yeah, no, I'm actually not. Sorry, Lee.
I knew you weren't.
Yeah.
I knew you were. Yeah. Have you ever seen Lee Bryce? Have you ever?
No. Okay. I've always avoided the local ones.
Well, this one's cheaper. It's $95 for the good seats, $75 for the middle, and $65 for the backs. So.
I do the $25 bar shows.
Yeah, $25.
I'm going to see Isabel this weekend.
Are you going up there Sunday night?
Yep, Evansville.
I thought about doing that, and I just never got around to doing it. By the way, multi-platinum selling country music artist Lee Brice, well, he's taken 9 different singles to number 1. A Woman Like You.
Thought that was Michael Bolton.
Hard to Love.
Also thought that was Michael Bolton.
I Drive Your Truck.
Not Michael Bolton.
I Don't Dance.
I don't either.
Drinking Class.
I could teach that.
Rumor.
That was the Fleetwood Mac cover band.
I hope you're happy now.
All right. See, I'm more of the I hope he breaks your heart.
Yeah, one of them girls. And Memory, I Don't Mess With. So, yeah, Bryce is, we're making fun.
Some of my favorite memories are stuff I don't remember.
We see now that's probably a country song.
This should be.
I would say it probably is. What else is going on this weekend, ladies and gentlemen? On Saturday, the Jeff Rurtons will hold their monthly breakfast. I didn't know if you wanted to help out or not. Do you want to help out some?
At this one, probably not. This is a monthly thing.
This is a monthly thing. The Jeff Rurtons with their monthly breakfast on the second Saturday of each month, 7 to 9. Cost by donation: sausage, biscuit and sausage gravy, hash browns, scrambled eggs, pancakes, and drinks. Give plenty. Help them out.
All of that is a yes, please.
Yeah, no kidding. How about the Johnsonville Community Rurton Soup Supper and Auction? That's on March 9th. Soup will be served starting at 5 p.m. at the auction starting at 6. They're going to have chili, vegetable soup, Polish sausages, hot dogs, and dessert. Auction items provided by the Thomas Factory Outlet, and Dag's Auction Service will be in charge of that.
So we're nearing the end of soup season.
Just right there. Yeah, just
When I
right
was
there.
out of town, we missed the spring chowder from the family.
Oh, did you? I'm
Yep.
sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that I missed it too, for that matter.
They do pretty good chowder.
They do nice chowder, yeah. I've had it before. Food distribution at the Grace Church of the Nazarene, that's in Salem. That'll be at 8:30 on Saturday. What else going on? Neighborhood Pantry annual soup supper. That's in Ken Monday tomorrow night at 4 to 7:30. How about the Mason Christian Church Community Breakfast Outreach? Pancakes, sausage, B&G's, scrambled eggs, homemade cinnamon rolls, and this is only $7 for adults.
That's value.
That's stealing, especially if that.
I'm pretty sure I paid twice that for one cinnamon roll.
I was going to say, especially if those cinnamon rolls are good.
Yeah.
And you might go back through and get some of those. The proceeds from that do go to the Oil Belt Christian Service Camp. Bake sale will be held at the proceeds as well.
Quite a bit of time in Oil Belt.
I spent a week, but I've been there. We've been there a few times.
Every year.
Since, they do the, did you go every year?
Yeah, growing up.
Oh, that's cool.
Almost took.
It took for a little while. How long did it take? Maybe after you quit going?
Like I said, I'm proof that daily meetings almost work.
3 months. Did you ever read Jason Kirk's book?
No.
I haven't read it yet either, but it looks pretty cool. I mean,
I think I even have it. I haven't read it yet.
it's in your.
Yeah, my TBR is ridiculous.
Yeah, I bet. What else going up to Tuscan Hills tomorrow night? This will be fun. Tom Petty night. It is Greg Klima and the Great Wide Open at the Stellar Cellar at the Tuscan Hills Winery. $20 tickets, more your speed in advance. $25 at the door. There you go.
There we go.
You're ready for that.
I have seen Petty live.
Numerous times.
In fact, Mike Campbell, his guitarist, is on tour, so he's going to be somewhere local. Local, I mean like Evansville or Terre Haute or something
So
like
does
that.
that mean, I guess that means Fleetwood Mac's not coming back on stage, are they? They're all half dying off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he replaced, didn't he replace like McVie or something like that?
The lineage on Fleetwood is, and with the breakups and all that, I don't remember who went with who. And
Well, that's true. Also, finally, the Wayne City High School History Club Trivia Night is Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Lamar was here talking about it last week, and hope they get a big crowd again. That's at 7 o'clock. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Peanut Cluster Day. Those look a little marshmallowy.
that's not what those look like.
Yeah, those do not look like peanuts, peanut clusters. Melted chocolate
I guess in a way they do.
mixed with peanuts, huh?
In a way they do.
Makes a perfect combination for sweet and salty deliciousness. Two things had to happen for peanut clusters to even exist. First, a method had to be invented for cocoa bean to be processed and transformed into what we know as chocolate. That process wasn't widely used until the late 1890s. And just about the same time, the second extraordinary thing happened. Agriculture found a way to grow the peanut and bring it to the public with steel tools and steam power. I didn't realize that. People were only eating peanuts like in Georgia or something like that before they started harvesting professionally.
I'm saying they like to boil theirs down there, so that's not a real peanut.
They do that in Virginia too. They do a nice job. They do what they do. Those are good. It didn't take confectioners long to put them all together and make peanut clusters. Can peanut clusters be made with white chocolate? That's a big yes. How long do peanut clusters keep? How long do peanut clusters keep good?
10 days.
Months.
Ooh.
If stored in a airtight container, they'll keep for several months. Can they be frozen?
I would assume yes.
Absolutely, yes. That's the best way to eat them, if you ask me. I have, my mother has put, has the freezer in her garage, as I walk in to go to Mom's house and go visit, I just go grab peanut clusters in one or chocolate-covered almonds in the other.
I'll keep this in mind next time I go play some golf.
That's the thing to do. It really is. It is a way to go. What else is today? Actually, there wasn't anything else good on Friday, so I went to Saturday to pick up a couple of good ones.
You gonna skip over National Proofreading Day?
Yes, I am skipping. Do I look like I proofread?
I think National Proofreading Day, they should purposely misspell proofread.
Yeah, no kidding. But if you watch me read this kind of thing, does it look like I proofread?
I missed the days where I had a proofreader.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I bet you do. I contacted somebody working on the front page up there last week.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
I got a text too.
See, now I didn't send the text to those guys, to the people in the print, but I sent it down south to Milshoals and let him know about it.
Yeah. I may have texted his boss, and he said, I already heard.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, March 9th is National Meatball Day. It's recognized as one of the great American food holidays. It's not clear how this day got started, but who can resist the idea of celebrating a National Meatball Day?
You mispronounced that.
Which one?
To meet the ball.
Meat to ball, yeah, okay. There are so many different ways to celebrate meatballs. Spaghetti and meatballs, Swedish meatballs, meatball pizza. I haven't had that in a long time. Turkey meatballs, lamb meatballs, porcupine meatballs. You know what porcupine meatballs are? They are not made from porcupine meat.
Some kind of toothpicks coming in?
Meat with rice.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, meatballs with rice.
Which I do a deconstructed version of almost daily.
Really?
Ground beef and rice.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that seems to make a ton of sense. Can you prepare meatballs ahead of time? Absolutely. Yep. Can they be frozen?
Yep.
Absolutely. And the other...
In fact, more often than not, they probably are at restaurants.
I would think in this day and age, they probably are being frozen more. But I mean,
if they're hand patted in the restaurant, they're usually frozen ahead of time, and then
they're frozen before they served, and
yes.
then they're baked up for night of service. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's an easy prep ahead of time.
Yeah. What else going on this weekend, ladies and gentlemen? You like National Meatball Day? How you gonna get away from National Crab Meat Day? Yum! National Crab Meat Day is observed annually on March 9th. That's Saturday. This offers a day to celebrate one of America's favorite crustaceans. Over 1.5 million tons of crab are consumed every year around the world. I'm surprised it's not more higher than that.
They must be counting the claws too, because that's a lot of claws to get to that much meat.
Well, now that's probably true.
It's a lot of work for a little bit of food.
Yeah, but the taste is astonishing. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
Crab for me is basically just a butter delivery vehicle.
No kidding.
Yeah.
See, I'll half the time if I've got if I have good crab legs, I'm not even throwing them in butter. I'm just moving on down the road with the
We have
crab.
a place in the area that a lot of people around here love,
Yeah,
but I also assume those people have never had crab from anywhere else.
that's exactly right. I don't eat crab from that place because I mean that is a lot of work.
Yeah.
That is a lot of work. College basketball, ladies and gentlemen. MVC Conference Tournament continues. It's the quarterfinals all day long on Bally. That'll start at noon. Noon, it's Indiana State versus, who won the first game?
So I was watching an OVC today, so
Vandy was getting killed by Belmont in the second game.
I saw Murray State have 17 points 4 minutes into the second half
Well, they probably lost, right?
by 25 as a favorite.
To who? It was Southeast Missouri. It was Missouri
Yeah,
State.
yeah.
Missouri State, Southwest Missouri. Northern Iowa will play Belmont, presumably. It'll be Drake versus to be determined, and then Bradley versus to be determined. All those on Fox Sports Midwest. Akron is at Central Michigan on CBS Sports Network. Also VCU at Dayton on ESPN2. Ohio Valley Tournament is at 7 o'clock, the semifinals. 7 o'clock and then 9:30. That's over at the Ford Center. If you ever have a chance, kids, go to the Ford Center and watch that
You know, I
tournament.
have not made that yet.
I have made it once, and I had a ball.
Ryan, where's my invite, bud?
No good.
Yeah.
He probably has 3 tickets.
Yeah, I know he does.
Jerk. Thy name is Ryan.
He's not as nice as that Canadian one.
No, the Canadian's a lot cooler. He might get you soccer tickets. NBA basketball tonight, 6:30. Minnesota's at Cleveland on ESPN, followed by the Bucks at the Lakers, and finally preseason baseball. The Cubs host of the Mariners at 2 o'clock today. That's Brian. I'm Bruce. We're going to do some basketball talk today here on Big Talk. Back after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture, including Ashley Furniture, bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
go to that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for joining today. Brian Turner is back. Of course, you can find his stuff on IamWheeze.com. I'm guessing you've been too busy to really do much I Am Wheezing, huh?
Just put up a book review, but it was a book I didn't really like and shouldn't have finished.
Do you ever, how often do you stop reading books?
This is the first one I've wanted to in a while, and it was a 31-hour listen on Audible.
Oh!
Yeah, I should have quit when I first had those thoughts about 15 hours in.
What was it?
The Covenant of Water, which is Oprah pick, New York Times bestseller, top 100 most important books of 2023. It's my book club pick. I didn't even finish it in time for the meeting. I should have quit when I missed the meeting. And I could see why people like it. It just wasn't for me.
The Covenant of Water.
Yeah, it's like follows a family in southeastern India for like a 70-year stretch and multi-generational retelling of a family history.
James Michener.
Or Abraham Verghese is the author's name.
Well, it sounds like something a Michener would do, or something like that. But that's too bad. So you haven't been watching any basketball?
A little. Obviously, I didn't see anything this weekend because I was busy with the other thing.
All right, tell us what this weekend you did.
The Arnold Classic, which has been on my bucket list.
What is the Arnold Classic?
Been on my bucket list since high school.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I had no idea. I've never
heard of it. I've wanted to do it for 30 years.
I didn't know that when Arnold must have won there in the 70s.
74, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
And then started his own, basically became the second biggest.
Where is this?
In Columbus, Ohio.
And it is a bodybuilding competition?
That's what it started out as. It is, like I said, it's the second biggest one in the world behind Mr. Olympia. And then it became, they added strongman, they've added figure, they've added arm wrestling. CrossFit.
Did they do strongman demonstrations and stuff, or have a competition?
They had actually probably the most attended strongman competition ever.
See, that would have been really cool to see those guys doing that stuff.
I watched Thor deadlift 1,000 pounds with ease.
Wow.
And that was his second attempt. He won it with a second attempt, didn't even take his third, because that was the first event of the weekend. He wound up finishing fourth. This was his first competition back in 4 years.
Yeah, he's been hurt.
He had a back surgery, just lost a newborn child a couple months ago. So he's gone through quite a bit. Mitchell Hooper, who has won the Arnold last year, the Rogue Invitational, the World's Strongest Man, and then the Arnold again. He's been untouchable. In fact, he won by 11.5 points, which in strongman is a ton.
See, the last World's Strongest Man type of thing I remember was with some dude named Magnus or something.
Oh, yeah.
That.
Well, I got to meet Zadrunas Savickas, who's won 84 international competitions. The most highly decorated.
How close were you able to watch the competitions from?
The strongman was, like I said, it was a huge crowd. So they sold reserve seats and all that.
We were nationwide, or were they?
Then the expo center there.
Okay.
But the strongman had its own thing off away from the expo was all the vendors and meet and greets and photo opportunities and YouTube fitness celebrities.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
got to meet a lot of the top CrossFitters and strongman and bodybuilders. Like I grew up a huge Flex Wheeler, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler. Got to meet all them.
Jay Cutler, the quarterback?
Not Jay Cutler, the quarterback. This one would squash that other one. I got to meet Thor, and then he did a photo op. It was him and another guy who's just as big as him. Wow. I stood next to him, and me and Sarah with, if you don't know Thor, he's the mountain in Game of Thrones.
He's huge.
We do not look like we belong to the same species. I have been to Iceland. Giants do exist.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
they're very entertaining. Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
I think a lot of people.
Columbus is a nice town, too.
It is. We didn't go outside of that area, but.
Where was it in Columbus?
It's right downtown.
Okay, so the expo is near that's where the Nationwide Arena is where they do the basketball and the hockey.
Yeah, which we never even ventured that far. So.
Oh wow! Yeah, okay.
Literally parked the van and walked the whole weekend. So.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you got out of the way. So you missed all the basketball.
Yeah.
Last week, ladies and gentlemen, as you recall, I'm sure you do, that I said that I haven't been making picks on this show because I didn't want to look stupid.
You made picks, didn't you?
So I made picks.
And how'd that turn out?
Oh, heavens. I went ahead and picked the 1A, 2A, and 3A. I got of the, here's how it turns out in Class 1A. There were 8 sectional finals. I got 5 out of 8 sectional finals right in Class 1A. I feel good about that. I got 2 super sectional winners right, Hope and Meridian. And then I had Hope beating Meridian today, or on Thursday, that didn't work.
Did not happen. Meridian.
No, Meridian wins it. They'll get Winchester tomorrow Saturday at 11:15. So you got a Southern Illinois team still in there. Good to see Meridian, but
That is deep south too.
yeah, you aren't going to get much farther than
And
Southern Illinois.
Speaking of, we've mentioned Nesto on here several times. Aaron Britton.
Right.
From?
He's from Cairo.
Nope. Meridian.
Is he from
Yeah.
Meridian? His team. Well, you don't live anywhere near there now.
In fact, I saw he posted yesterday getting to see them for the first time in 2,000 some days.
I bet.
And someone was like, "Why is that?" He's like, "I don't live anywhere near there anymore."
Yeah, he lives up in Rockford or something like that.
So shout out to Nesto. His team's there in the state championship.
There you go. Class 2A,
That being said, I'm taking Winchester.
Class 2A, I got 3 right out of 8 in the sectional championships. Not terrifically proud of that. I had Beecher, I got Byron right, and I got T-Town right. T-Town lost to Benton. That Bree Central Benton
Bree
game
Central
must
was
have
number
been
one in the
something.
state, yeah.
I had Bree Central going through and winning. I thought Bree Central had a good shot to win. Because I didn't, I love Ronnie Weinmiller, the coach at Benton. He's a great guy. And, but I just didn't, knowing Ronnie like I do, I guess I know the younger Ronnie.
Yeah, from his Fairfield days.
Because I didn't see Benton being able to have the discipline to handle Breeze Central. And by golly, they did. Whenever you watch the scores coming in on Friday night of the sectional final, it was tight all the way through. Nobody tried to get away with anything, run away with the game, and Benton held them off.
Now, I can pull up 4 games of Chicago Phillips right now if you want to see those.
No, that's okay.
Fairfield's coaching staff is actually helping pre-scout just in case that's who they play.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so they're working up the scouting report for Coach Weinmiller.
Well,
just
that's
in case,
cool.
helping out the Southern Illinois team.
They're playing Byron on Thursday afternoon, and if they do, again, they'll play Chicago. I don't know. It was close. Actually, the last I checked, the Williamsville.
It was a 3-point game.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. It's going on right now.
Spoiler alert, we're shooting this Thursday afternoon. So we'll keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, the Benton game was supposed to have started an hour ago, and they're still in the other game.
And Byron is, Byron and Benton each have only like 2 losses, don't they? They both are fantastic records.
And Benton's 32-3. Byron is 30-2.
Yeah, so they're really, really good. So good luck to the Benton Rangers up there, and that does not.
Fairfield's actually played Benton this year, and at the time they were the second team to stay within single digits of them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Benton. Oh, well, they won their own tournament. They're a solid team. The sad thing, you want to know the sad thing? I did better in Class 3A than I did pretty much anywhere else.
And you don't watch a whole lot of 3A
I don't watch a ton, but I watch a little. I watch a little bit, and
because you did the Centralia tournament this year.
had Salem tournament.
Salem tournament.
And they had Salem.
Well, it had Centralia and East St.
Salem
Louis.
tournament had 3 regional champs in it. The East St. Louis, Centralia, and Mount Vernon. I had and I picked Centralia. I had got them right to win. I picked them to lose to Mount Zion, so I have Mount Zion out there against Mount Carmel. I have both those correct, and those teams play on tomorrow morning. And then on the other side, I got 2 right out of 4. DePaul I got right along with Thornton. So I don't know. Do you want to pick the state champs? It's a little bit late now, isn't it? I mean,
Sure.
just make your pick. Who do you think's going to win state in Class 1A?
Winchester. I think they get Meridian.
I watched the game today. I think Winchester's going to be tired. They played double overtime, and
They're high school kids.
they're high school kids. I understand they got 2 days, also, but I'm gonna take Meridian.
I did watch a triple overtime college game last night. I plan on fading that team next.
Who's that?
It was Texas State and whoever I had money on
that the
missed 2 free throws with 5 seconds to go that would have put them up 4 or 5.
Ouch.
And I had -3.5.
Oops.
Yeah.
That happens.
It happens.
That stinks for you.
This was at 10:45 last night.
Class 2A. This is for fun. I'm going for funsies take. Well, I was going to do it. Since I already dissed Ronnie once, I guess I better do it again. I'm going to have Byron beating him on Thursday. Byron's a good team.
Plenty of room on the bandwagon, Bruce. Hop on.
Oh, you're going to go stick with Benton?
I think that's a good game. In fact, I think the bottom one there might be the championship. I think the winner of that wins it.
Well, the other 2 teams both have 9 losses. I mean, Williamsville has 8 or 9, and Phillips has 8 or 9 also. So
Phillips is still probably top 10. In fact, Nesto has them 7.
They do play bigger schools. So I'm going to go with
Yeah, they're 23 and 9.
I can't switch now, can I? I mean, it look like a turncoat or something like that to my Byron Tigers.
Upon further information.
The further information being that Benton actually beat Breeze Central.
Yes.
Yeah.
The presumptive number 1.
Okay, you're talking me into we'll both go Benton.
They're getting blown out by 30 now. Sorry, Ron.
Sorry, Ronnie. We apologize for that. I feel bad about that. How about Class 3A? I'm going to go Mount Zion. I'm going to go Mount Zion. They are playing well. They're big, and they are deep, and they are
35-1.
They are tough.
They have the second best athletic trainer I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dustin Fink.
Is that right?
He's OG athletic trainer.
How about that?
His son is a senior on the team.
No kidding.
Yep.
You going to go with Mount Zion as well? Or
Give me the Fighting Funks.
Oh, there you go. So we're in step here.
Which always scares me when we do that on this show.
Oh, I apologize, Fighting Funks. Oh, no. But before I switch, I've got I will go ahead and switch. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back, talk a little college hoops after this. Stick around. Dead.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Florida. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, Cole Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hey folks, welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. It's our weekly Take the Point show. Brian Turner is here, and we are talking about Well, we were talking about high school basketball. Let's move to college basketball. What have you seen this week that is? Are you ready to make your? Are you ready to make who your big sleepers and stuff are for the big tournament? Or
Have you heard of this team called Houston? That's my sleeper this year.
Actually, they probably started the year 15 to 1, 20 to 1, something like that. They were pretty high to start the year.
Yeah, I mean they've been good for the last 2 or 3 years. They just
Made
didn't
the
have the strength
Final Four.
schedule.
Yeah.
Switched conference this year, win the Big 12 first year in. They just clinched that, I believe, last night.
Yes, they did. I've got the standings. I'll show all those here in a minute.
I've started looking at, and I did my little yearly exercise here 2 weeks ago. Started looking at, teams in the top 20 on offense and defense, and the top 40 on strength of schedule.
Oh, your national title winner.
Yeah.
The Wheeze Index.
Somewhat. I'm not the guy that invented it.
Yeah, who is? There were like 4 teams eligible.
At that time, there's been a couple more because at that time Houston was like 55th in strength of schedule, so they didn't qualify, even though they're number 1 in Ken Palm and Torvig and all those.
Yeah.
They do now because they're up to 29th on strength. UConn number 2.
Does Arizona still qualify?
They are. Yeah, their strength of schedule is 24 now. And they're number 6 in offense, number 15 in defense. There's actually more teams now that qualify than there were when I first did this.
So when you first did this, Illinois was qualifying, and I don't think they do anymore, right?
Illinois is 102 in defense. I don't think they were then either. But
no, they've gone down in defense quite a bit.
yeah, that's a huge drop for them, actually.
Yeah.
Gave one away against Purdue the other night. Second half slump.
Yeah.
Shannon was bad all game, actually.
Yeah, Shannon wasn't bad.
I think he was 3 of 13 from the field.
Yeah, Shannon had a bad night, and if he has a decent night, they win that game.
They were, up at half and in it throughout. And
Purdue didn't do much other than Edie had a good game, but
Purdue looks like an absolute wagon at times, but then there's which round are they going to go 2 of 16 on threes and get knocked out? First round last year, second round the year before. It's like, do you trust them considering the history, or do you?
That is the question.
Or do you realize that that's small sample size? Smarter bettors tend to usually look at the expanded sample size and know that they're a pretty good team.
Again, that is the question.
Yeah, and Matt Painter has some long history here of.
Well, you've got. If that's the thing, you look at the 4 teams that are right now slotted to be the number 1 seeds. Two of the coaches have tremendously long histories of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. In if you count Tennessee as a Final Four, as a top one,
They're
number 1
4
seed.
or 5. I mean,
They're the top.
overall,
you win the SEC. You win the SEC.
Yeah.
You got a good shot
Yeah.
to be a number 1 seed, and they won the SEC. So you got him and Painter, and then Kelvin Sampson has occasionally gone apoplectic.
His history is mixed.
His history
It's
is
not,
mixed.
with Painter, it's one-sided.
Yeah. With the
Well,
talent.
with Barnes, it is too. I mean,
I was going to say with the talent of
he had
Barnes.
some early success in the tournament, if I remember right, but then that set up expectations.
It's been years.
Yeah.
It's been years since he had the Texas. They were like,
Unfortunately, Duke is starting to look pretty good.
and
It breaks my heart to say that.
it does. But that's the thing. The players are playing well, even with the terrifically young John Shire coaching them, and makes you wonder. Shire, he's like, he doesn't get nervous. He doesn't get until somebody touches Filikowski coming off the court. By the way, you saw that Wake Forest has not covered or won since Filikowski got hurt.
I think that was my last time on here because I remember ranting about stop rushing the court.
Wasn't that like two and 3 weeks ago or something?
Somewhere
like
around
that?
there, yeah.
Yeah, the Wake Forest has fallen apart since they rushed the court after Duke. Here's what the best teams are against the spread over the course of the season. You've got Minnesota at 24-5, and I don't believe that this is from Wednesday morning, so it does not include Wednesday night.
I was on South Carolina the other night, plus 5.5, lost by 6.
No kidding.
I went 9-3 that day. All 3 of my losses were by half a point. Like, are you happy you went 9-3, or you could have been all 3 of them by half a point?
That's too bad you weren't like doing some kind of. Well, you'd have been really. I feel good about going 9-3 because if you had been on some kind of parlay on.
We don't use that word.
That's right. I'm sorry.
If we were on some sort of sucker bet, is that what you meant to say?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. If we were going to put together a sucker bet where the odds are tremendously wrong,
they're baked.
They are baked. It's unbelievable that if you
there's
do
a
the
reason,
math.
Every sports book out there, there's a reason they give you a same game parlay boost every day.
Yeah.
Because they can.
Yeah.
They can give you a 30% boost, and you're still not going to beat them.
Basically, well, I mean, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, the boosts are like that. Here's the worst in the country ATS, and I bring this up to bring your attention to.
I think we know what the F stands for this year in Stephen F. Austin when you go 7-20 against the spread. It's not fun.
And Austin doesn't mean they mispronouncing awful.
And I know you usually put an F in front of Missouri too.
Yes, I do. We're stopping on this one so they can bask in the Missouri and Michigan loserdom right there.
I believe I sent that group text here 2 or 3 weeks ago. I took Missouri. And I think I sent to our group here that, why did no one ever tell me that Missouri was bad this year? Because someone has told me many times Missouri is bad this year.
Missouri is bad.
And I still took them.
How about over-under, folks? Wright State, and they are playing in their tournament right now, and they've got a game Thursday night that may get to about 180 or 90. It's going to be
Kentucky on there is not a surprise. In fact, that plus 10.5 actually seems a little low from the games I've watched. I've watched them play 2 or 3 times in the last month. I think I scored 14 points a game against them.
Kentucky right now is nuts. They're playing incredible basketball offensively.
Yes.
And actually pretty good defense, too.
Some of the numbers Shepard is putting up hasn't been seen since some guy did it at Davidson.
Wow.
I mean, you look at his three-point efficiency is ridiculous.
That's the thing. Folks they see the Shepherd kid and think, well, it's just some freshman out there. He's putting numbers up and playing like he's a lottery 51% pick now, right?
On three-pointers. And it's not like he's not shot that many. It's 125 takes. He's shooting 51%. Reeves is at 43%. Dillingham's at 44%.
How big of a weapon is that?
I mean,
at 51%, you're talking about effective of what? 76, 77, 78?
Right at that, yeah. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Good news is for people playing them, he tends to give up about that too.
Here's the worst over teams. These teams don't score too much.
And Vermont is the conference favorite getting ready to tip
Rutgers
off.
is playing good basketball too. They've got a shot.
Vermont is the slowest paced team in basketball, if I remember correctly.
Have you watched them play?
No, but I just listened to a Action Network's one of their conference preview out driving up here for the show.
Conference tournaments starting. They're going right now. I've got a couple to show you here, and then we'll here's what's going on in the Missouri Valley Conference. Indiana State. Now, before the tournament started on Thursday afternoon, Indiana State was, I want to say, only plus 150. Better that seems way too high for Indiana State, don't you think? I mean, with Drake playing decent ball.
You think they should be? That's too low. You mean, far as?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's too low a number. Should be plus 200.
That doesn't sound right.
Should be plus 200, I would think.
I would not take the plus 150.
150 is just way too.
But I'm also team moneyline rollover versus future bets too. Come tournament time.
Explain that to folks.
You generally will get better odds doing a money line, which say you throw $20 on them to win their first game, even on the money line if they're minus 400. Even you still, and then if they win, you do that. You take that plus the profit the next game.
I feel good about watching. I watched Belmont trounce Valparaiso today, and now I picked the money line on that, and I feel like a 5-4. Belmont's got it pretty good. I'll take the money line on that. Probably at plus. Will they be plus against Northern Iowa? It's gonna be close.
Right at
130,
110-ish,
120, something like that. Against Indiana State, they're going to be plus 200.
At least, probably.
And
Because they're 6 or 7 point underdogs there.
And then if they win that, you're looking at, against, call it Drake, they're going to be plus a couple hundred. So if you followed that all the way through and do the math, you're looking at a pretty good sized number.
And the reason that happens is if you go look at those future odds on the tournaments, and then you figure in the implied probability wins, they bake in a ton of VIG in
Right.
futures odds. They don't have as much baked in when you're doing betting individual games, even if you're doing money line rollovers. And so usually that plus 900 you could have bet pre-tournament.
Right.
If you just bet them to win, which they have to win every
Bet
game.
the
to win
$20
for that.
and the $40 and
Yeah, you wind up getting a plus 1150, plus 1200 because they're not baking in as much VIG on the single games.
that's pretty cool. That makes a ton of sense. Here's one other I was going to show you.
Also, in a day and age where you can bet everything's online now, you can have 6, 7, 8, or 9 books, like some people that may be me. So you can also shop that money line. Whereas, if you do a futures odd on DraftKings at plus 900, I mean, that's the one bet you can make, you're done. You may get better odds than on a different book. So when you're doing those money line rollovers, you can bounce book to book and get the best money line odds.
It's something to keep in mind before you throw a full unit at a future like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of something to keep in mind. Here's the other one I was going to show. The West Coast starts this weekend as well. Starts Thursday night with the pillow fight between Pepperdine and Pacific. But then it gets fun. Friday night's going to be fun. San Diego will beat Pepperdine on Friday night, but Loyola and Portland will have some fun. And then you get all the stress up to get all the way to St. Mary's and Gonzaga. Those guys are.
Gonzaga's come a long way.
Gonzaga is playing much better.
In fact, I would take them to beat St. Mary's.
The Gonzaga is playing so much better in the last month than they have. It's a tremendous difference. Mark Few's got them going. We're going to take a quick break. You want to talk more college basketball? I've got all the conferences, or we can talk NBA. I'm going to talk college basketball.
I don't have a ton of NBA knowledge, so
Let's talk college basketball.
Brock got the 40.
We're going to talk about how the conferences match up heading into next week. Back right after this.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic Famous Maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. See, now that is the good kind of stat that we could help people with.
take unders in conference
My
tournaments?
brother reminded me today, first round unders, or first half unders. He says, remember, conference tournament is first half under time.
Problem is, when someone knows that, it's time to go the other way. It's like NBA unders. This NBA unders since the All-Star break are hitting at 65%. I mean, 65% across the league, NBA unders right now since the All-Star break. You know that now. I know that now.
Those people know that now.
You guys know that now. Don't bet the unders just blindly, knowing that stat. Because if we know this, then everyone else does now too, and that's already been adjusted in.
Yeah, well, they do adjust faster than you and I can catch up with it.
About the time you learn something like that is the time it no longer matters.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It's like unranked teams being ranked or being the favorite at home was a system play until everyone figured out that, and now you're losing 2 points of value every time they do that now because everyone's betting that. It's like, oh, this is a system play. You got unranked Florida hosting Alabama as a 2.5 point favorite, and all of a sudden it's a 4.5, 5 point game.
Yeah, they make the adjustment. Speaking of, let's take a look at some different. UConn's going to be. Is UConn, you think, going to be the number one seed in the country for the tournament?
Probably yes.
It's either them or Purdue, surely, right?
They are I think Houston should be, but they won't be.
They won't be. No. Especially, like you said, the first year in the conference, they won't give it to them.
UConn is number 2 in KenPom. Plays in the number 2 conference in KenPom. The Big East is number 2 behind the Big 12. Yet their strength of schedule is still only 55.
How many does the Big East get in, you think, into the big tournament? Are they going to get 7 or 8?
They got the big 3 with UConn, Creighton, Marquette. Marquette is banged up right now. They were in a sweet spot last night, but without Kolek playing, I didn't take it.
Kolek, yeah, and then they didn't cover. UConn covered.
And I know some guys that spot had been circled for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and they didn't do it once Kolek was out.
That was the revenge game spot, right?
Yeah.
Seton Hall's good team.
I think St. John's gets in. Villanova should. After that, Providence and Xavier
won't.
Yeah, I mean
15 and 15. Butler's got a decent record, but I don't think they've got enough nice wins in. And
they are a team that they're number 2 in KenPom's conference rankings. You look at their non-conference schedule, and it was beating up on a lot of bad teams.
How about the Big 12? This is where you're talking about the Houston Cougars, and they are going to load the tournament up from Big 12 teams.
If the March Madness tournament was played at Iowa State, I might take Iowa State. They don't lose.
Can you believe they came back to win that last night?
Yeah. Where was that game, Bruce?
It was in Ames, Iowa, Buster. It was, and you know how I know that? Because I bet the revenge factor. And I bet it, like you said, I bet 2 points too many.
Yeah.
I had 7, and it ends up 5.
But they play that tournament in Ames, and they don't lose.
No.
Houston, I think they're underrated. They're my number 1 overall.
Are they really?
They don't shoot the ball well. That normally doesn't bode well in postseason. But they score efficiently enough.
It doesn't matter all that much to Houston because they defend so well.
They defend so well.
It's just unbelievable. If you've had a chance to watch a Houston game, their guards are ferocious.
Yeah. And their bigs aren't big, but they're big enough and athletic.
Yeah.
They're athletes.
They are athletes.
I've always said, if I need someone to design an offense, I'm picking Izzo. If I need someone to design a defense, it's Sampson.
Yeah, that makes sense. You mentioned BYU just a little bit ago. BYU is going to be a team to watch in the first round or two. I think that they're going to surprise some people. Kansas, I think, is going to surprise some people, but in a negative fashion. McCullers is not terrifically healthy yet.
Is he even back yet?
He played.
I know he came back and then left again for a few games, and I haven't seen him this week. Okay.
Yeah, he did come back this week, but he's not.
Dickinson's probably their most important players, but McCullers isn't too far behind.
Right. Yeah.
I will say if Murphy gets hot, they can beat anyone. He's a guy when he is on. They've got some good wins this year. They've had some bad losses.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's dependent on Johnny Murphy.
Figure they get in all the way down to Kansas State won't get into the tournament, will they? I wouldn't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would say 9, but who knows?
I said Murphy. I meant Furphy.
Huh?
I said Johnny Murphy. I meant Johnny Furphy.
Yeah, Furphy. It's Big Ten. Illinois, like Brian said, gave one up the other day. They shouldn't have, but they're locked into the 2 in their tournament.
Obviously, more than this are getting in, but this turned into a 2-team conference this year.
It really did.
There's a drop-off after those 2.
Yeah, because I that's the thing. I would feel comfortable with Illinois or Purdue on the road or at home right now against pretty much anybody in this tournament or in this conference, even Northwestern.
I will say Michigan State is probably the 3rd best team in that conference. And they're way down there in the standings, but
and you know who else is playing well right now is Iowa. Iowa is playing outstanding basketball. Lost that game to Illinois whenever they got outscored, but Iowa is playing tough ball right now. And
I'm looking at Ken.
I don't know if they'll get into the tournament.
Purdue's at 3, Illinois is at 12, Michigan State at 19, Wisconsin at 22, and then there's a drop-off.
Where's it go to Northwestern? It's got to be 40, 45?
45, exactly. Nailed it.
And Wisconsin had to fall off the table. Wisconsin, I'll bet you they're at 40 or so now, if not farther down.
No, they were at 22.
Oh, okay. Okay. They shouldn't be. They're not playing.
I mean,
well.
they'd be a 2-point underdog to Michigan State.
Yeah. And then Indiana, the last couple of games have been solid. Minnesota had their chance. Minnesota has had their chance to get in the tournament, get a couple of decent wins lately. They did not do it. It's a shame because this is a team that's playing better than they were supposed to. That's always fun to see. There's the SEC. How about those Kentucky Wildcats? My goodness, those guys are scoring some points. They are there, and that is a fun team to watch. Wouldn't it be a good time if
I say that at the Oscar Tshiebwe Kentucky Wildcats?
No, Tshiebwe isn't walking through that door, and they don't want him walking through that door. The way things are going right now,
they are 5th in the nation in the effective field goal percentage. They are 3rd in 3-point percentage. As a team, they're hitting 40.8%.
Wow, how many teams get in from the SEC?
See, you're asking the wrong guy. I don't pay attention to the bubble as much as I do the top.
Well, that makes some sense. Anybody?
I don't do the bubble. I don't follow Lenardi or any of that, and I worry about who's in once they're in.
Anybody tickle your fancy here? How about those Utah State Aggies?
I've heard some talk that Mountain West could get 6 or 7 teams in.
That's what I've been hearing too, because Nevada's going to get in.
UNLV is playing really well right now.
UNLV is playing top of the line right now. New Mexico's playing really well right now. It's just it's fantastic. And I feel bad, Brian, that I waited till the end to bring up your North Carolina Tar Heels.
The ACC's down this year. I mean, when the ACC is the 5th best conference in Ken Palm's conference ratings, you know we're not that good. That being said, let's go Tar Heels. We got Duke Saturday.
Say it again so the camera catches you say it.
Let's go Tar Heels.
Then blow a kiss to your wife.
Soon to be ex-wife for a day. Love you, hun, but
love you, honey.
First 2 or 3 years, I always unfriended her on Facebook on game day.
Nice. Folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. And we'll see you next time on Big Talk.